started with possession, people talking about the coming of the kindred. As individuals, they were able to siphon the powers of the Flash and the Lanterns, powers they say were stolen from them. Soon after, the phenomenon became something else. People all over the world banded together, creating one single entity. Russia, Wonder Woman confronts the entity who calls itself the Kindred, but her words fall upon deaf ears. The Kindred calls upon the many souls to do its bidding. Join us, the souls scream in unison. Diana gets overpowered and becomes consumed by the Kindred. This entity isn't only confined to Russia. Japan and Australia has been taken, but in the skies above, the rookie Lanterns are doing all they can to stop the invading alien vessels, but there are too many. Jessica Cruz knows that they can't stop them all. The Flash radios in. He will cover the ground and Cyborg is nearly finished at the watchtower. Since the Green Lanterns are space-faring cops, Barry Allen advises them to leave Earth and neutralize this threat at the source. The Lanterns comply. They launch towards the stars. This should be easy. All they gotta do is follow the trail of the thousands of alien vessels like breadcrumbs. But something unexpected happens. The Green Lanterns found themselves caught in a wormhole. Seconds later, Simon Boz and Jessica Cruz enters an uncharted sector of the universe. They found the source of the alien vessels. But what they found is a world in ruins, and yet their rings detect millions of lives on the planet's surface. Simon Boz found dozens of large vessels shooting their missiles towards his home. After a scan, his ring tells him that there aren't any life forms on board the ship. So, he doesn't hold back. Back on Earth, Superman again must stare death in the eye and comes out victorious because this time, he has a wife and son that needs him. Batman gave him his mission. Unfortunately, it's a one-way trip to the mouth of hell. Chances of survival are slim to none, and Lois knows this. She hates that her husband must give her the goodbye talk, but the man she married is a hero. He wouldn't be that man if he didn't go through with his mission. Superman says his goodbyes, and now he is ready. Cyborg boom tubes in. He informs the Man of Steel that he can open the boom tube to Earth's core where the extinction machines are held. But he cannot boom tube Superman out for the obvious risks. Whatever is down there, they've been down there for a very long time, and they've been able to withstand the pressure and heat that is similar to the surface of the sun. They won't go down without a fight. And with that, Superman enters the boom tube. Seconds later, another alien vessel crash lands 10 feet away from their location. The swarm emerges, but Cyborg has got this. He tells his Dark Knight friend to get Superman's family to safety. Cyborg unleashes his sonic blast to repel the swarm, but there it is again. The signal he heard before in the watchtower is emitting again right now. It must be from these things. Cyborg begins to alter his sonic frequency to match theirs. It caught their attention. They turn towards Cyborg and engulf him with their flesh. Earth's outer crust, Superman emerges from Cyborg's boom tube. His entire body screams out in pain. This is so much worse than he had ever thought. He can't see, and he cannot fly. The pressure is squeezing his head. All he can do is drift in the current of the molten lava. He found one of the machines. His heat vision will not work down here. Doubt fills his thoughts for the first time in a long while. Superman doesn't know what to do. Atlantis, the entity turns towards Arthur. It says that it is made from the magic that was stolen from them. Somehow, it hears a song from the crystal, but the music fades. Its kindred now calls, and it must answer. Canada, the Atlantic coast. The entity from Atlantis emerges. It now joins his brothers because the kindred called, and they have been awakened. What's going on, guys? Welcome to Comic Island. My name is Joey and thank you so much for watching our coverage of the Justice League issue 3. So there are a lot of things going on in this issue. We got a few clues and the story is progressing with a lot of reveals, but with more reveals means more questions. As stated in my last review, the Justice Leaguers are faced with 3 threats: natural catastrophes, mind control, and tons of alien missiles, each housing hundreds of alien swarms. Well, the earthquakes and tsunamis are created by what Cyborg calls the extinction machines, which is the title of the story arc right now. There are 3 of these machines, and they have been on Earth's outer core for a very long time, and they are only active now, as far as I can tell. Superman found one of them, but he doesn't know how he is going to neutralize it, much less find a way to the other 2. We also have the possessed civilians that formed a humongous humanoid entity. 4 of them are created, and they all talk about the Kindred is calling, and they have been awakened. At first, I thought this Kindred thing is a bad guy, but what if these entities are actually the good guys? Long forgotten defenders of Earth that got awoken when the extinction machines were turned on. Well, there's the argument that these entities possess hundreds, possibly thousands of people to gain their form, and they all talk about their powers that the Justice League stole. In Justice League issue 2, we get a scene where the possessed civilians see the missiles in the sky. They say, "The purge has come, faster than before. More must awaken. The Kindred must rise." This backs up the theory that the alien swarm is not in cahoots with the 4 Kindred entities, and right now, I do believe that the Kindred are like legendary gods that once protected Earth from extinction, or from this purge. They somehow got awoken, and they are now ready to defend Earth again. If we take a closer look at these 4 entities, then you can see that they exhibit powers resembling members of the Justice League. The green one says, "The light of the color spectrum flows through me." That is a direct nod to the Green Lanterns. The next guy says, "The power of the stars shines in me." This is most likely a nod to Superman. He is from the stars and the yellow sun gives him his power. The next guy says, "Magic is returned." Well, we followed him from Atlantis, so is the nod to Aquaman. And the last red entity says, "Speed and motion are mine again." Of course, this is a nod to the Flash. I don't know what this all means yet, but the comparisons are too eerily similar to the 4 Justice League that I had to bring it up. I do hope that Brian Hitch has an ace up his sleeves, because he is building this to be one epic great story. Okay, the last threat I want to bring up are the alien swarm vessel thingy? I honestly don't know what to call it. The Green Lanterns found the source. It looks like a destroyed planet to me. Jessica Cruz says that there are millions of life forms on the planet, but Simon Boss found no life forms on the ships that fired the swarm missiles to planet Earth. I speculate that these alien missiles are the first wave of an alien invasion, expendable robotic drones that are sent in to soften the defense before the arrival of the big attack. This planet is probably the last planet that the swarm had already conquered, and now they are moving towards planet Earth. Alrighty, I want to point out a few more things before I wrap this video up. Arthur's Zodiac Crystal was somehow connected to these entities. We know that the Atlanteans are an ancient civilization, so we assume at one point they had a connection to these kindred entities, and now the only remaining connection is to these zodiac crystals. This entity hears its music, and so does Arthur. But if Arthur can hear it, then what does it mean about Arthur's heritage? I've done an origins video on the New 52 Aquaman, but it's not documented as to how distant his bloodline goes. So if he can hear the zodiac crystal songs, then does he somehow have a hidden power that even he doesn't know about it yet? Okay, so the last thing I want to bring up is Superman being a hero as always. Yes, I've said that this Superman has been the greatest thing to happen to his run in a very long time, and he does what we expect him to do. But Lois Lane has to endure a "goodbye, I'm going to save the world and might never come back alive" talk from him again. This is basically the kind of talk that every firefighter or law enforcement officer should be saying to their significant other every once in a while, so I get how this will appeal to that demographic, and I appreciate it a bit more because of it. But now, we have a scenario where Superman could die again. As a reader, we know he probably won't die from this. New 52 Superman just died, so I highly doubt that they would end his run this fast. But that's just my opinion. What do you think about this issue? Please let me know in the comments below. Oh, by the way guys, I got the follow-up video explaining how this Superman came to be in the works. So keep your eyes peeled for that. I also have a few more projects that I'm super excited to upload for you guys in the near future. Alrighty guys, thank you so much for watching my review of the Justice League issue 3, The Extinction Machines. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time in another Comic Island video.